Hey everybody, it's your boy Jack here, and I want to welcome you to the Comic of the Month Club subscription box unboxing video for, I believe, July 2018. And I know this is an atypical, intro to the unboxing and everything. I'm usually, on a table and everything, ready to unbox it, explain all that info and stuff, but when I originally started this unboxing and did the intro and stuff, it just was it was a hot mess. It was all over the place, and the main reason why that was is because to be honest, I'm going to be canceling this box, or by the time you've seen this, I've already canceled this box, and I'll get into a long story about why I've done it in a quick minute or whatever. But before I do, if you're just going to watch this video straight for the unboxing, feel free to do that. I'll leave the time code on the screen somewhere and down below in the description. And I'm sorry it's a shaky cam right now, but don't really have a tripod or anything set up. Just wanted to do a quick little thing. Besides that, let me just tell you why I'm canceling this box. So for me, the main reason why I'm canceling this box is because, to be honest, I've gotten really behind on this, on the past few boxes when it comes to reading these comics, and I felt like I haven't really been enjoying the comics and everything, and although I really do like the preference system and everything, I just feel like sometimes some of the comics that I get from there aren't necessarily the most accurate to my preferences, or even the bonus books aren't necessarily the most accurate, and I've sort of lost a bit of passion for reading these comics, so to be honest, that's the main reason why, that's one of the main reasons why. Also, the second reason why I'm getting rid of this box is because I think this box has really done its duty for me, because over the past probably 8 or 9 months I've had this box, I've been, I think have a bit more of an idea now of which comics I like, which comics I want to follow, what kind of characters I like, what kind of stories, and get a bit of an idea of the different comics and everything around the, in the comic universe and stuff. Minus the indie comics, but yeah, but more of the superhero comics and stuff. I do like this box, so full disclosure, although I'm not paid to say this or anything, obviously, I really do like this box, and this company is really great. It's very affordable. You get a lot of comics based off of your own preferences for the most part. Sometimes you get a couple suggested comics and everything in that box, and to be honest, the only problem I have with this box is packaging inconsistencies. I've said this time and time again. For the most part, a lot of their comics and their packaging is really inconsistent, and I feel like, to be honest, I wish it was a bit more of a consistent packaging, and whether it's taping down the sleeves or making sure they're all in the same type of sleeves or whatever, just making sure it's consistent, because I just feel like opening up a bag of, the box of comics, having 10 different types of comics wrapped in different types of material and stuff, it's maybe not the best. But yeah, that's just my final thoughts about this box. I'll have the final unboxing soon, hopefully. I just got the last box in. I thought this box was the last box, so yeah. But yeah. Besides that, thank you so much for listening to this part. Let's dive into the actual unboxing itself. So here we go. Oh yeah. Besides that, let's cut the tape and open up the box and take a look at this box, this month's box. So we've cut the tape, open up the box, boom. Got the newsletter, which we'll read, and then we got the comics right here in the bubble wrap sleeve. So let's start off with the newsletter. So after reading the newsletter, they have this month's improvements, which include getting expanding on their preference list again, making it even bigger, which is something I love about this company. There's their preference list is insane. Along with that as well, they have a new order system and stuff up and running, which helps them sort of understand which books they want to get and all that stuff. And lastly, but not least, they're next month they're trying to buy new collections and new comic boxes to support the company and everything. And yeah, that's good for them. So yeah, that's a newsletter. You always get a newsletter telling you about the improvements and everything, and I really do appreciate that, just for transparency and everything. So yeah, besides that, we don't. Let's slide the comics out of the sleeve, out of the bubble wrap sleeve. Now, all the comics come baked and boarded, but something they have been doing recently that sort of bugs me is they haven't really been taping down the flaps on the actual comic, like the bags themselves, which sort of bugs me when it comes to storing it. But whatever, I'll be petty. I've said this before too, so yeah. Besides that, let's get to the unboxing. So the first comic that we have here is this one. Boom. What is it? Is this a Spawn? Or no? This is a weirder comic. I've never heard of this, but it is a Malibu comic, issue number 6, priced at $1.95 Canadian or $1.95 US, $2.50 Canadian. It's called the Ultra Traverse Sludge. Never heard of this character, but love the color palette on this cover. Gotta appreciate it. Know nothing about it, and I like how they're trying to expand my preferences per se. So yeah, that's one comic to go. Let's do the next one here. Boom. What is that one? I can't read today. So it's a Dynamite comic, issue number 4. It is the Lord of the Jungle. Interesting cover. All that red, it makes I feel like this just really blends into there really well. Never heard of this comic as well, which is good. Gotta read another comic. I like Dynamite comics. I don't mind them. The only thing that bugs me about them sometimes is their artwork. But yeah, this came out in 2011, and it's priced at $3.99. And I'm hoping for a Tarzanian type story out of this comic and learn about the Lord of the Jungle. Moving forward at comic number 3 is we got this one. Now this one came in like an older type of a bit more well-aged comic sleeve, which I appreciate. So let's take a look at it. It's an Image Comics. It's called Wetworks. Issue number 4. It came out in November. It's priced at $2.50 US, $3.55 Canadian. And to be honest, it's a bit weird because I normally don't get this much of random comics that I don't believe are my preferences. So yeah, it's weird. I've never heard of Wetworks. But yeah, interesting cover for sure. Moving forward on our next comic here. Boom. Ooh, it's a Hawkman comic. It's a DC comic. You got Hawkman in the middle there. Look at that. Wow. I like Hawkman. I actually don't mind Hawkman as a DC character. I really do like that. You even got Hawkgirl on there. It's a DC comic. It is 75 cents US. It came out May 1987. It's issue number 10. And it is, you got Superman in the background as well, in that blacked out silhouette and everything. And it says on the cover, and these 3 will decide the fate of the Earth. Shadow War, the final battle. Ooh, I like this cover. It has that retro type look, but it also has a really interesting premise and everything. So I'm excited for it. Moving forward at comic number 5. This one here, boom. Ooh, it's another Hawkman comic. It's from DC Comics, and I like that. Down for Hawkman, I have to admit. It is Hawkman number 25, came out April of 2004, and it's the Black JSA Reign. I like this cover. You go for a bit more of a realistic type cover, and I like that. You get a bit more of a realistic Hawkman and everything. Gotta give a thumbs up to that. And it's a good cover. Oh, and it's even priced at $250 US, 385 Canadian. Because you gotta get that Canadian pricing in there, being a proud Canadian here. So yeah, got two Hawkman comics. The next one here, issue number, like comic number 6, is this one. Ooh, it's another Hawkman. I think it's a Hawkman comic. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a Hawk World comic. Its issue number 1 came out in June 1990. It's priced at $1.50 US, $1.85 Canadian, 80 pence in the UK, and I really like this cover. It's like sort of gives that like retro vintage, like sort of 80s vibe and everything. Gives that like late 80s vibe with like the wings and everything, and like sort of like the art style. Like appreciate that for sure. I'm wondering with like Hawk World if it's gonna be like sort of like a world of Hawk people and stuff. So that'd be interesting. It sort of looks like he's dressed up in like a police uniform. So really, who knows? Moving forward to our next comic here. Boom. This looks like an Elektra comic, I think. Let's take a look. So this is Marvel Comics. This is Elektra, the Deadly Architect Plots Murders. So that's the name of it. It's a cool comic. I like the cover, simple. Got that like red and like white kind of like color scheme with that little bit of black in there. It came out February '97, issue number 4. Cool comic, cool cover. Don't really know enough about Elektra and everything, so I'd be down to like invest some time reading some stuff about her. So yeah. Now moving forward, the next 2 comics are interesting. Not sure how they did this or anything, but it's sort of cool. I like it. I'll show you right now. So we got Elektra, issue number 5 in an 8-issue limited series. It's the Elektra Assassin. It came out December 1986. It's priced at $1.50 US, $1.75 Canadian by Marvel Comics and like Epic Comics or whatever. But wait for it. Plot twist here. Let's just flip the cover. Boom, we got issue number 6 of 8. Bagged and boarded. It's issue number 6 of 8. Probably priced at the same. Got the red cover going for you. Came out January 1987. $1.75. And $1.50 Canadian. So I don't know if this is a bonus cover, but like still you got some Elektra goodness in there. Doing a double shot. Personally like this cover a bit more. Just personal opinion. But I love the purple in this cover. I just wish that like she stood out as a character, like as a silhouette a bit more. But cool. Really, I never had like a double like shot into like one comic. Got 3 more to go. So let's dive into them. Boom. What does it say? It looks like an interesting cover. Let's take a look. Boom. Oh, another Elektra comic. It's obviously by Marvel Comics. PG-22. That seems PG-22. It's from the Marvel Knights series, which is like in the 90s, I believe, and it's mature, violent content, and it looks very mature and everything. And yeah, it's issue number, it's part 5 of 5, and yeah, it's from the Marvel Knights. And you get this like very realistic like 90s drawing and everything, and yeah, it's really cool. Awesome. Moving forward, I wonder if we're going to have another Elektra comic. Let's take a look. Ooh, we got an Inhumans comic. I'm actually down. I find the Inhumans like a really interesting like comic. like comic book characters. I think they're really interesting and fascinating, and I like what they're doing in the current like Marvel comics and everything with like the Illuminati with Black Bolt being there, and like I'm sort of down and interested in reading like the Death of the Inhumans series. I'm interested in that. So yeah, let's take a look though. It's the all new Inhumans. It's issue number 8. It is priced at $3.99 US. So this is a bit more of a recenter comic because you can see at the bottom here they have the bonus digital content sticker right at the bottom there. And it looks like it's set in Africa and everything with the all new Inhumans. So I'm down for that. I'm down. Lastly but not least, the very last comic here. It's this one. Boom. Ooh, it looks like another Inhumans comic. It looks like a bit more of a cartoony cover with like a really nice color scheme. I like that. I like the sort of the cover of it. It's nice. So it's the Uncanny Inhumans. That's funny. Digging like the whole Uncanny X-Men thing. That's good. I like that. Support that kind of thing. That is pretty funny. But it's the Uncanny Inhumans. I like that like parody of it though. That's pretty funny. It is the annual variant, annual number 1. It's a variant edition. It's rated T+ for teen. It's priced at $4.99 US. But besides that, that is the unboxing for all the comics from this month's box. And as I've said before, I'm not petty or anything about this subscription box, and like I really do appreciate them. They're a really great company, and I am still thinking about possibly going to their trade subscription box. I'll let you know in the future if I'm doing that. But I really do like this company, great company. It's just I feel like this is an appropriate time for me to part ways with them in order to really invest more into like my comic like knowledge and everything. So thank you, Comic of the Month Club subscription box, and like for all the comics and everything you've given me. And yeah, thank you so much. But besides that, to the old subscribers, new subscribers, and new watchers, thank you so much for watching. My name is Jack Skinner, your up-and-coming comic nerd, and thank you so much for watching. You guys have a good night, and bye!